Yes, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Tom Brady's favorite new podcast, J&J Dating Dynamics. I am Jay. This guy over here is Jay, who's pointing the podcast at his camera on Instagram for some reason. And this is the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. Justin, how you doing, brother?
Not bad. How about yourself, Joel?
Doing great, doing great. We do have a couple guests today. We are going to have Donovan Sharpe himself joining us in a minute. But first, I want to bring up the lovely, always welcome Sarita. How are you, Sarita?
Hey, I'm doing well.
Glad
What
to
up,
have you
Sarita?
here. And the pup.
And Papi.
And the pup. Do me a favor, remind everybody your Instagram handle, age, relationship status, all that stuff.
35 with 2 A's. That's my Instagram. And then I am in a relationship right now. And I'm 25.
I think we're all in relationships right now, if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of different. But here we are. Justin, my friend, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about? This is your idea.
Yeah, I
man.
picked this topic, but I always usually kick it to you because that's how we do it. But today we are talking about relationship behaviors. What's acceptable, what's not, what's cool, what's not. Is it cool that your girl goes to girls' night out? Is it cool that the boyfriend goes on a boys' weekend to Vegas, et cetera, et cetera? We are going to explore all that here tonight. We are live on Instagram as well. Our Instagram handles are right there below. But if you are on Instagram, go ahead and come on over to YouTube. Justin's going to be cool and put the link on his story if he didn't yet. I would have done it, but I was on another podcast till about 3 minutes ago. Dre Raven, thank you. Welcome to the chat. Jay Blaze, welcome to the chat. Bryce Friday, everybody, welcome. I don't know if Geeky Anomaly's around today, but we will find out. So, let's get to it. Justin, name me a behavior that you would not tolerate, and don't say cheating in a relationship.
So how about this one? Before I even got into a relationship, I had someone ask me for money.
Ask you for money?
Yeah.
Like a girl you were just dating?
Wasn't even dating her yet.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, before we go on, guys, if you're in the chat, please hit the like button and let me introduce the man, the legend himself, Mr. Donovan Sharpe, joining us tonight. Donovan, thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's up, guys? Wow, legend. I don't know about that.
Well, you're how I found this community. So in my book,
it is what it is.
Appreciate
it.
You're up there.
You the man, dude.
Thank you for joining us. We are talking about Scott Barrow says Joel, aka the King of FIFA.
Dude, the best part about doing all this, I gotta say, is just stumbling upon all of this, like the whole dating coach world, and just stumbling upon this, and then having the idea to try and start a podcast. And I had no experience in this at all. I just wanted to open the conversation. And then Joel is like, he takes the idea, runs with it, and then out of nowhere, oh yeah, I'm cool with Rolo, I'm cool with Donovan, and I'm just like, what? Like,
yeah, it's funny. I still get people in my comments section and in my chat. They'll see this picture. They're like, wait a minute, you knew Kevin Samuels?
yeah,
Yes, I knew him very well.
By the way, before we continue, quick shout out to another eminence of the masculine improvement community that I didn't know, Donovan, until you just said it about 5 minutes ago. Alan Roger Curry, who passed away recently.
Yeah.
Shout out to his family. I actually had the honor of meeting him at that one meetup we had in Orlando.
Oh, you mean the 21 convention?
Yeah, that guy. But I actually had the honor. I actually ate breakfast with him and Rolo one morning. That was really, really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. We can talk about more of about that later. But today we are talking about acceptable relationships behaviors.
Okay.
Justin, you said it's unacceptable for a girl to ask you for money. Can you expand on that?
Ooh.
Well, I mean, we weren't even dating. Like we're talking.
Oh, fuck that.
We're talking about getting together for the first date, and I got hit with hey, like I'm late on one of my payments for something.
No.
Hold up.
Yeah. Wait, where is it? Where is it?
That's that dude. That is an absolute no for. Yeah, that's hold up. Now I'm going to contribute. Here we go. That's a wrap.
There it is. There's
Fellas,
the buzzer.
look, fellas, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. If a woman asks you for money, either directly or indirectly, before your first date, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah. You want to know something? There are actually guys who think, oh, here's my opportunity to impress her. She's late on her film. Oh, no. Once a mark, always a mark.
I like to call those Captain Sabahos.
That is the appropriate name.
Donovan, who coined that term? Because the first time I ever heard that was from you. Who coined it, Captain Sabaho?
Jesus, I think it might have been Dr. Dre back in '93 when he said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And then I think it was MC Yella. I'm probably getting this wrong. But yeah, I think it was one of the dudes from the NWA. NWA, niggas with attitudes. This was Dr. Dre, MC Ren, MC Yellow, Ice Cube. DOC was on that squad. There was one other. Suge Knight was involved. Snoop had some involvement, but that was the all-star team.
Yeah, it was. Donovan, let me take a moment to introduce you to my friend Sarita. She is a Harley girl. I sold her first Harley, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. So
correction, Will the Coldest is in the chat. He said E40 was the first person to say it in 1993. I defer to Will's. I defer to Will's expertise.
There you go. Thank you for the clarification.
So right, you sold her her first bike?
No, her first bike, her first Harley.
My first Harley.
Yeah.
Oh, how long have you ridden motorcycles?
Like 2-3 years now.
Okay, what got you into it?
I kind of always wanted to do it, and
why?
Why? Because it looked cool. It was fun. And then my dad said that he was going to get his endorsement, so I was like, I might as well go with him. And it was like a father-daughter.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool, very good. I thought that you were when you ask women why they first get what was the genesis of them getting involved in a male-dominated hobby, they'll give you all reasons, but really it's just to get opportunity for dick, right? Like there's some, and you know that there's some Harley girls up. Yeah, look, you guys know that there are some Harley girls that, I just love the sound of the and the 2-cycle engine oil and this and that and the third. No, you're into bikes because you like the male attention, and that's okay. Just call a spade a spade. But I was gonna call you out, but when you talked about you and your father, okay, that appears to me.
I can second that. I actually met her father. I tried to sell him a bike, but I wasn't.
Just making sure you were in it for the right reasons.
But I will second that. There are a lot of girls in that world who get in it for the male attention.
Yeah, most of them.
Really?
I would say.
Like
yes.
Most of the girls I know and ride with aren't like that at all.
You feel like? Well, hold on. Hold on. You said you feel like most of the girls aren't like that at all, or you know that they're not? Huh?
That I ride with.
Okay, and why do you feel this way?
Because it was like it's just fun to go on rides together.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Like half the time we don't even have guys with us.
Listen, and I'll be honest with you, it's great to go to strip clubs. It's a lot more fun when there are hot girls there, right? So I'm not trying to take anything away from you. It's good that you and your girls, I guess, are in it for the right reasons, but I'm sure you probably know them pretty well, but I'm thinking the male attention, probably not a bad bonus. It is what it is. It's not a sin to admit that.
But you can get male attention just by going to the gas station. So you don't need to be on a bike to get the male attention. It's there.
Yes, but guys who ride bikes are much more attractive than guys at gas stations.
That's facts.
There we go.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Yep. There it is.
So let me get to the big one here. And Sarita, I'll go with you first. I'll go to you first. Is because I feel like whenever people talk about behavior and relationships, a lot of it centers around girls' night out, boys' night out, all that stuff. Sarita, is it okay for a girl to go on girls' night out during a relationship?
Yeah.
So it's fine for you girls to get dressed up, go to the club, just go have a ball.
Yeah. I mean, as long as there's trust in the relationship.
Oh, look, let me stop you right there. As long as there's trust in the relationship. Define trust.
It should be.
Define trust.
Knowing that person is going to maintain their loyalty to you and you to them.
And how would you know they're going to maintain their loyalty to you? What, they told you they will?
No, because if someone tells you that, then oftentimes they're lying and that's not reality. But just through their actions and just knowing them as a person, the right relationship, I feel like that should, like, for me, like, if I have any sense of like, okay, I can't trust this person anymore, then I'm out. Like, I'm not.
What would give you now we're getting somewhere. What would give you a sense that you can't trust a guy?
He's got a Harley.
He's friends with his ex. He's got a Harley. That would be one.
My guy has a Harley.
Your guy, now hold on, let me stop right there. You said my guy has a Harley, and you looked in the air and smiled. Clearly that's a turn on for you. So you know your guy probably gets hit on. It's probably safe to say that your boyfriend is attractive. Am I wrong?
I think he's attractive, yeah.
Okay. Does he have tattoos?
Yeah.
Okay. Do girls hit on him?
Yeah.
There we go. Your boyfriend is an attractive man with tattoos that girls hit on. Yet when I asked you these questions, there was not one wrinkle of disgust or mistrust was etched across your face. To you, these were good things, right? Like, okay, my guy's attractive, girls hit on him. So why would...
It doesn't matter if someone hits on you. What matters is the action after that.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually agree with that. If I'm sitting at a bar with my girl and I go to the bathroom and a guy comes up to her, it's not about the guy coming up to her, it's about how she responds.
I would actually go one step further. I agree with you. I would go one step further. A lot of guys, like, the way I see it is this, is you cannot be... The difference between a man who's insecure and a man who's marking his territory is like a man who's proactive, right? So if you take your girl to the bar, you get up, you go to the bathroom, some dude comes over and hits on her, you come back and you're like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you talking to that guy? Then the guys come to me, Donovan, I took my girl to a bar, and when she came back from the bathroom, there was somebody hitting on her. How do I stop that? You don't take your girl to the bar in the first place. Which brings us around to the original question. Can girls do girls' nights out if they're in relationships? The answer to that is an emphatic yes. However, just like a man is not entitled sex from a woman for taking her out to dinner, a woman is not entitled to a man's resources just because she's fucking him. She's not entitled to a man's trust. He's not entitled to hers. So when we bring it back around, what I advise my guys to do is, when guys ask me, hey man, like my girl wants to go girls' nights out, should I tell her not to go? I'm like, dude, it's already too late. Well, why is it too late? Well, because you didn't make it clear to her that you don't commit to women who do girls' nights out. That's my strategy. Is what you have to nip it in the bud. Now, certain guys don't mind it when their women go for girls' nights out. That's perfectly fine. When I lived in Vegas, I was the guy that was going to fuck your girl because you had that trust for her. But at the end of the day, you have to make it clear as a man what you will and will not tolerate. You cannot tell a woman what she can or cannot do. You are not her father, nor should you want to be. But when it really, really, really comes down to it, if you want to avoid a lot of relationship problems in the first place, men need to be clear about what they will and will not tolerate. Now, when you say what you will and will not tolerate, you're not going to say, you can't go to bars or clubs, you can't go to girls' nights out. No. What you instead do is you let women know, hey, look, I mean, what we're doing is fine, but I'm just letting you know I don't commit to women who do girls' nights out. Then when she asks you, are you telling me I can't go out with my girlfriends? That's not what I'm telling you at all. I'm telling you that I don't commit to girls who go to bars and clubs, girls' nights out. So if I go to the bar or the club, you dump me? No, you dump me because you automatically made yourself the type of woman that I don't date. Women can do whatever they want to do, gentlemen. You should not try to control women. And a lot of guys think that submissiveness is control. No, when a woman is submissive, that is a woman who is relinquishing control. When a woman relinquishes control, that is submissive. She is still submissive to you because she wants to. You can't make a woman do anything she doesn't want to do.
Justin, where are you on this?
You're going to put me in the hot seat, aren't you?
Well, I got to ask. You haven't spoken in a minute, so.
I'm more of a guy where I know I absolutely can't control a woman at all.
Yeah.
And I've had experiences where I have been cheated on, and I have had experiences where I do try and put my ideals in the scenario where it's like, no, I'm not going to tolerate this.
Right.
And I felt like almost like I was boxing that person in.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you put a bird in a cage, it's going to want to fly away. So I'm the type of person, I do give freedom, but it depends on the woman. Like when I was dating when I was younger, there was let's just say I was with the wrong women, because there has been women that I have been with where I have felt comfortable with, because like I said, I'm comfortable because at the end of the day, the woman's going to do whatever the hell they want anyway. Can't be with each other all of the time anyway. So what the hell's the point? Literally.
Let me ask you this, man. Have you ever heard of the term, I'll trust anyone until they give me reason not to?
I have.
Right. That's bullshit. Nobody trusts anybody. We say we'll trust, like when you meet a stranger on the street, yeah, you might like them, you might have a positive interaction, but you don't know them, so you don't trust them. Where guys go wrong in relationships is they adopt this mentality. Well, she's my girlfriend, so I guess I should trust her. That's bullshit. No. Then guys turn it around. All right, Donovan. All right, Mr. Smarty Pants. Do you trust your girlfriend? Do you trust Devin? And my answer is that I trust Devin to be a woman. And what that means is that as a woman, when put in a position where she could get some side dick and she thinks she might not get caught, she's probably going to take advantage of that opportunity. That doesn't make her a bad person. That just makes her a woman. Women are impulsive by nature. And if the right dude with the right game rolls up on your woman on the right night, then guess what? She might fuck around and get laid behind your back. This is why I tell my guys, hey, look, if you're good with this, that's fine. Just understand that you're going to save yourself a lot more headache by simply not committing your tears, TEARS, your time, your energy, your attention, and your resources to women who put your relationship at risk. So what are activities that put your relationship at risk? Funny you should ask. Going to the bar or the club, being friends with your ex, being on social media, things of that nature. And a lot of guys might think that that's extreme. I'm an extreme type of guy. You don't have to make all of these things requirements. But what you do need to do is you need to let women know, hey, look, I can't control you, but I can control my behavior. You cannot control a woman, but you can influence her behavior by what you do. So you can't say you can't do blah, 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 blah. No, you simply withdraw your commitment and you move to the next girl.
Let me take a minute to reset here. We're at 17 minutes, guys. If you're on Instagram, I'm gonna get to
yes, that's social media.
You're next, Sarita. You're next. Let me just reset the show here, guys. If you're on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and sign off of Instagram. Justin, did you put it up in the story?
I didn't, because I'm on live, so I don't want to log off.
Okay.
Well, go to YouTube, put in JJ Dating Dynamics. We'll come right up. We're live right now. Just hit that red button, guys. Check us out on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube,
welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. This is the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. I'm Jay. This guy over here is Jay. Down below, we got Mr. Donovan Sharpe. And over diagonally that way, we got Sarita joining us tonight. She is a friend of the program. This is her third time on with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were here episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. All right, so we were just talking about girls' nights out. I do want to move off of that, but first, Sarita, I want to let you respond because I could see your wheels turning while Donovan was talking.
I was curious if he had social media, because I wonder if the requirements he has for a girl, if he's upholding those for himself as well.
I love this question. I love it. So just to make sure I understand correctly, I say that I don't commit to women who are on social media. And so you're asking me, okay, are you also on social media? If that's one of your requirements, am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Yes, men and women are different. Men and women are different. We do different things. We have different stimulus, et cetera, et cetera. What it comes down to is risk management for me. Like I said before, there are a lot of men who just blindly trust women. But as we all know, just based on social media and dating apps, and I don't know, living life and hearing stories, girls use social media to hoe out. Now, they also use social media for other things, but then women claim, well, I keep up with my family or I have my business on social media. Sweetheart, you made $5.75 on Instagram last month. That to me, that's not life-changing money. The only reason why today's modern women are on social media is to simply advertise themselves. Why do you think 90% of the pictures are ass and titties? Is because they want to, well, no, I just want to show that I'm free sexually. No, you want to advertise yourself. And that's okay. Just call it what it is. Sarita, you appear to be very attractive. Is your man there with you now?
No, he's not here with me right now.
Yet you are on a podcast with 3 men and you've got cleavage showing. This is just how women are. Women like getting sexual attention and validation from men. And no woman of mine, especially a man of my, and I'm no celebrity, but I've got some money. I've got a little bit of notoriety. No woman of mine, I'm not going to invest my time, my energy, my attention, my resources into a woman who is going to advertise themselves on the meat market, otherwise known as Instagram. And every girl's Instagram feed is simply her body resume. I'm not interested in a woman. Listen, if a woman wants to be on IG and all that, fine with me. We'll just keep it casual. But if you want to get and keep my commitment, then you have to be a woman that is not on social media.
Let me tell you where I am at. With,
She doesn't
specifically
post
with this.
Hold on. Say what now, Sarita?
No, it's okay. Joel, were you saying?
No, I was gonna say. Let me tell you where I'm at with Instagram. First off, if she has Instagram, it's gotta be the right one. Justin and I have reviewed plenty of Instagram profiles on this podcast. If her Instagram shows, all photos of herself, or like Donovan said, ass and titties, that's a no-go. Yeah. If it's pictures of her dog, et cetera, fine. But I need access to that Instagram.
There you go.
I need to be able to read and get the notifications and see the DMs. And
if she decides not, and listen, if she decides not to give me access to Instagram, no sweat.
Yeah, no
we're
sweat.
We're just gonna keep it casual, and it is what it is. Again, I'm not about forcing. Listen, guys, this is not about ultimatums. This is about choices. You can either be on Instagram or you can be in a relationship with me, but you cannot have both. Now, you can have Instagram and my dick, but you can't have Instagram and my dick and my time and my energy and my resources. That's reserved for women who have enough respect for me, themselves, and our relationship not to advertise themselves on social media.
Okay, now let me get to this one. So we talked about girls' night out. We talked about social media a little bit. Sarita, give me some behaviors that for you as a woman are unacceptable from a man.
Ooh,
while in a relationship.
What do you mean? Like,
what behaviors from a man would you find unacceptable?
Yeah, what kind of behaviors would a man have to involve himself in to make you question the relationship or want to break up with him?
If he's flirting with other women.
Oh, other women or woman?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So if he's like, or like going out with somebody too, or interact with somebody that what?
What if he's a Gemini like me? It's just like it's my natural. I'm just like naturally.
I love it.
Nice like that to people, and it may come across like that.
But are you actually flirting with them, or are you just being nice?
Just being nice.
Oh, isn't that? It's interesting. That's what girls say all the time. All the time. I wasn't flirting. I was just being nice.
Well, some guys take girls' niceness for flirting.
I agree with
that. I agree with. Yes.
Yeah, Bryce Friday on the chat says a woman posting sexual images of herself, regardless of being in a relationship or not, is basically putting a for sale sign on social media. I absolutely second that.
Let me just drop a little bit of game here for women. This is the only reason women should use Instagram. There has never been a time. Stay with me here, guys. The global marketplace, the world is no longer round. The world is flat. Okay. Back in the day, if you were a hot girl who lived in Ames, Iowa, you had access to only the guys who lived in and around that area. These days, thanks to Instagram, now girls have access to men around the world. If you are a woman who is 18 years old, who didn't get fat, who is still a virgin, you didn't have any crazy piercings, you don't have any tattoos, you haven't smoked, and you don't drink, all an 18-year-old girl has to do, get on Instagram, post pictures of herself in modest dresses, nice, touched up photos, maybe pictures of her cooking. I promise you, the right man will find you. And at that point, you no longer have use for Instagram. There it is, guys. Dude, there's the gold. Listen, parents out here, if you are watching, if you have a pretty girl who you think you might be able to keep it on the rails, get her that Instagram account at 18 years old, put up a modest Instagram, and watch all of the rich guys, Brazilian billionaires, oligarchs, flood her DMs. She marries the first man she falls in love with, but she will have her pick of the litter. That's my game for the day.
Wow. Okay. Good. No, I actually agree with that. Justin, what's unacceptable for a man to do?
Ooh.
What is what?
Unacceptable for a man to do while in a relationship.
What's unacceptable?
Let's say you're in a relationship. At what point do you think to yourself, "No, I should not do this because I'm in a relationship"?
We've already gone over this.
Like fuck other bitches.
I mean, that's a given.
Let's just dispel.
I'm sorry. She walked right. Hold on. She walked right into it. You said that's just a given. Surya, let me ask you something. Would you ever? I know this isn't fair, but just stay with me. Would you ever take back a cheating boyfriend?
No.
Have you ever taken back a cheating boyfriend?
No.
I don't believe you. Here's the deal. Say again.
I haven't.
Okay, you can say that, but I don't believe you. The reason I say, and this doesn't make you a bad person, but here's what it comes down to. Here's what this comes down to. Every woman will tell you, I will, if he cheats on me, I will leave him. But 90% of girls who get cheated on by their boyfriends, it's not fun and it sucks and it hurts, but they end up taking that guy back. So when we talk about behaviors that are unacceptable in relationships, and it should not be this way, I want to make this clear, it should not be this way. And somebody said it in the chat. I actually wrote this in my book. Red flags for women, red flags for guys are green flags for women. If I see a woman with sleeve tattoos, that's a red flag. A man with sleeve tattoos, that's a green flag. A woman with a criminal record is a red flag. A man with a criminal record, that's a green flag. Again, it should not be this way. Women should not be attracted to degenerate behavior, but they are. And we can talk about the reasons all we want to, but I said all that to say this. Women are supposed to say, I will not accept the man who cheats on me. I will not accept the man who flirts with other women. But women stay with men who cheat on them and flirt with other women. It's not something they generally like to do, but when a man cheats on a woman, that lets her know, okay, so he stuck his dick in another chick and it sucks and it hurts and I want to fucking cut his head off, but my man is still attractive. I can at least be rest assured. Women cannot admit that out loud. And I would not expect Sarita or anyone like you to admit that out loud. But this is the mental biological contract that women sign with themselves when they get with a man who they know can get other bitches.
Animalistic.
I can follow your logic train, but I do not agree for me personally.
So you're the exception to the rule?
In terms of
not being attracted to men who have douchebag characteristics like cheating and flirting with other women?
You're trying to combine two different things. Having douchebag characteristics versus cheating, you just lump those together. That's different.
Okay, well, let's separate them.
I'm talking specifically about cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So if a guy's a douchebag, like, yes, like a lot of times that is attractive, unfortunately. But like,
you literally do respect Sarita. You literally just proved my point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know hold on? What do girls call the men that cheat on them? Douchebags. Cheating is douchebag.
They're a cheater. The action was cheating. It's a cheater.
But they call them other names, Sarita. Like I get it. Like you can't admit this stuff out loud, and it should not be this way. But douchebag characteristics and cheating and flirting with other women while in a relationship with a woman, unfortunately, keeps women around a lot longer than it should. These are the facts.
Scott Barrow's on the chat.
I feel like that's a different conversation though, because I feel like the women. Hold up. The women that are
hold on. First off, hold on. Don't tell me to hold up. I need to address what you just said. You just said I feel like. Facts don't care about your feelings. So don't tell me how you feel. Tell me what you know. Because you're not stupid. Don't tell me how you feel. Tell me what you know. What's up?
Well, let me talk and then I can talk.
Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just come on. Don't be a last word type of chick.
Don't do that. But I'm gonna talk. Okay, so we're talking about cheaters, we're talking about guys and like douchebag behavior, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's one camp. And I completely forgot what we were talking about because we went back and forth. Can you repeat your last sentence for me?
So you're telling me you weren't listening?
I was listening, but then we started going back and forth.
Then what did I say?
You told me not to take the last word and don't be a English chick.
You walked right into it. And so I will let you know that douchebag characteristics and cheating, they're not mutually exclusive, but a lot of times they're put in the same category. So we can split hairs all you want to for debate's sake, but the fact of the matter is that cheating is a douchebag characteristic, whether you want to agree, admit to it or not. It is what it is. Just because you feel like it's not going to change the facts.
I agree with you there. Cheating is a douchebag characteristic, but I don't think that all douchebag characteristics are attractive. I remember my point now. Women that go back to men who cheat.
Women, please, plural.
I said women.
Women. He said woman, plural.
Yeah, plural. Women who go back to men who cheat.
Women who go back to men who cheat.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like those women are also the type of women that require something from that man to provide in some way or some sense of security from that man. It is a lot easier for a woman who is more independent, or a man who is more independent, to be able to walk away from someone who cheated or did something in that realm.
What's your definition of independence?
No, I'm just saying like financially independent even. Like we can just break it down there. Like financially, emotionally independent.
Wow. So you think you think financial independence means that she has options? So, and I don't know, I might have misheard this. So you're saying that if a woman is financially independent, in other words, she does well for herself, she's more likely to walk away from a cheater than a woman who doesn't make as much money. Is that what you're saying?
No,
can I put this out there real quick?
I feel like emotionally as well. Like so, like a woman
out there?
Sorry, Justin, what were you saying?
I don't think Donovan knows this. Me and Joelle do know this.
What's that?
From what Sarita's talking about, she's actually coming from a stable situation. Like the home that she's podcasting from right now is her own home. She owns it.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
No, she's a super young woman, so she definitely does already have a different perspective. But I just wanted to let you be aware of that. Just in case
To me, a woman, how old are you, Sarita, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 25.
Okay, you're 25 and you're a homeowner. To me, her being 25 and being a homeowner, I don't think that gives her any. I don't think that has anything to do with her perspective within relationships. Because if we're going to go down the money, the money route, the more money and status and I guess clout that a woman acquires, the further she shrinks her pool of potential suitors. And the reason for that is because women don't date down. They don't marry down. They don't fuck down. They marry up. They date up. They fuck up. And so that's the dichotomy that women are in. So what Sarita just said, hey, if a woman is financially independent enough to walk away from a man, that's what would give her the power. Okay, maybe that would give her an incentive. But the reason why women can walk away from cheaters is because they have other dudes like waiting for them on the sides. Yeah. That's not wrong. A woman can't help it if dudes want to fuck her. But like I said, you know what? I don't know what the percentages are, but I'll tell you this. 0% of women would ever admit to the desire to take back a cheater. But of that 0%, I promise you, at least half of them have taken back a cheater in the past and probably would do it again, whether they know it or not.
I don't disagree with that statement.
All right, good. Okay. And on that agreement point, let me reset real quick because I feel like Justin's just going to grab the popcorn and just watch. All right, so you are watching.
I like your tree, dude. Is that a real Christmas tree? Damn, I have 4 cats, so I can't have a Christmas tree.
I just have my beautiful lit sign that says
yes.
J&J
Happy holidays.
You are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. I am Jay. This guy over here is Jay. We got Donovan joining us, and we got the friend of the program, Sarita, joining us. That Donovan's a friend of the program too. Let me just put that out there.
Yep.
And today we are talking about acceptable and unacceptable relationship behaviors. I did have a comment here from Scott Browns on the chat. It says, I'm rooting for you, Sarita. Being the only woman on the panel was a brave move. In her defense, she didn't know Donovan was coming on.
I didn't, but it's
she
fine.
Did not. That kind of, I think that may have caught her by surprise.
I have another.
I would have prepared.
Yeah. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but it is what it is.
I have a bad behavior to point out.
All right, let's do it,
dude. Being friends with an ex.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Big no. Big no.
Wait, now here's the thing. Are you talking about men or women?
Both.
Okay. Okay.
Whoa, what the hell?
Let me just put this out there.
Unacceptable.
As a man,
No, hold on. No. Listen, Justin is absolutely right. But again, I want to talk about this ideologically and realistically. It should absolutely turn off a woman if you are friends with your ex-girlfriend, especially if she's attractive. A woman should never, ever reward a man with her continued commitment if he is still friends with his ex-girlfriend. Unfortunately, it does not work that way. The way it works, the way it works in terms of preferences is, yeah, that happens to be an attractive trait. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Let me just put this out there. I, as a man, I have never in my life felt the need or the urge or the drive to be friends with an ex.
Me neither.
The only reason I ever talked to
my
the only reason I talked to my ex-wife is because we have a kid together.
Hold on, I do want to go back to what Donovan was just saying. He said it seems to be an attractive behavior.
Yep, it is.
What? If a man is friends with his ex?
Yes.
It depends on the definition of friends.
He still talks to her.
Yeah, let's just put it.
Yeah, he still talks to her.
Yeah, for any reason.
Now, let me clarify. This doesn't mean that she likes the behavior, right? Like, let's be clear. Women don't like it when you're friends with your ex. Women don't like it when you flirt with other women in front of her. Women don't like it when you cheat on them. Unfortunately, and I want to make this clear, it should not be this way. Dude, we live in the most perverted, bastardized, degenerate time ever. It's clown world. Women reward bad behavior and they punish good behavior. Dude, so many men ask this question. Why is it that when a guy treats a girl like a princess, she treats him like shit, but when a guy treats her like shit, she treats him like a king?
Bro,
I don't know, but that's the way it is.
I just watched, it's perfect because I just watched this not too long ago. And, you know, we put up the tree, Christmas spirit, we watched 4 Christmases. And the opening.
Oh, it's a great movie.
The opening scene, they're at a bar and
yes,
he's being nice to her. And she's just like, listen, let me just stop you right here. Let me shut it down. Like, I want a guy that's not, his hand's not going to waver when it's going up the back of my shirt. And then she walks away and he's like, listen, I'm talking to you.
Bitch, I'm talking to you.
She turns around and she's like, dude, they go into the bathroom. It happens. Like,
I got to see this movie. I got to say, I've never watched it.
Oh, dude, Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon. Am I right, Justin?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw Vince Vaughn once in Brickell, by the way. That's my claim.
I love Vince Vaughn movies. They're fantastic.
This is why I love Vince Vaughn. I love Vince Vaughn for the same reason I love Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman, and Samuel L. Jackson. They're always the same dude in every movie, and we can't get enough.
Right?
Yeah,
can't get enough.
You know what? That doesn't work for every actor. That doesn't.
It does not. It does not.
That doesn't work for, say, Nicolas Cage.
No. Oh no. No.
He's the same. He's the same actor in every movie.
It works for Tom Cruise. Listen, whether Tom Cruise is a samurai or a fighter pilot, same guy. Can't get enough. Can't get enough.
Anyway, going back, Donovan, quick question. Are you the type of guy that is friends with your exes?
No, not anymore. The only reason, so during my player days, the only reasons I ever talked to my ex-girlfriends was to try to fuck them. That was it. That was it. And here's the thing. If the less I cared about a girl, the more flippant I was about my relationships with my ex-girlfriends. However, the more I actually liked a girl, the more covert I was about it. A lot of people say, and it shouldn't be this way, I want to preface this with this again. A lot of people say, if a man loves you, he will not cheat on you. Wrong. If a woman loves you, she will not cheat on you. That's also wrong. If a man loves you, he will never let you find out he's cheating on you. If a woman loves you, she will never put herself in position to cheat in the first place. Those are the facts.
I agree.
Sarita, something to say on that?
No, I mean, that's right. Like, I don't feel like they should. Like, if you really love somebody, you're not going to put yourself in a position to cheat.
Oh, what is that, a whippet? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a lab?
It's puppy.
Oh, that's your. Oh my goodness, I love dogs.
Yeah, Donovan's a big dog lover.
Oh, is that a girl or a boy?
He's a boy.
Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Dogs and babies. Is he a lab? Is he a yellow lab?
He is a lab pit mix.
Oh, okay, very good. He seems very cool. Don't get cats if you want to continue putting up Christmas trees. Learn that the hard way.
I have a cat. It's just not in here.
Let me throw this out there. And maybe as a bit of advice to men who would ever think that if you ever want to get an ex back, which you should never want in the first place, there's a reason it ended.
There you
Never try to stay friends with her with the object of getting her back.
go. No, sir.
Back in another life, I want to say 12 years ago, I cannot tell you how many girls I dated for say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and I actually used the sentence, "I'd rather have you in my life as a friend than not at all." Worst move of my life. Like that was the most dumbest thing.
Joel, what are we doing? Oh, this was 12 years ago. I'll give you a pass on that. I've used that line too.
Yeah, I was very young.
have you in my life than not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
If you ever want to get a girlfriend back, the best thing you can do is move on as quickly as possible and let her try to come back. Okay?
There it is.
I will say that out.
And by the way, never. The only time you should ever try to get back with a girl is if you dumped her. If she dumped you, need to let her. But even still, like, dude, I don't care how Mr. Alpha you are. If your girl cheated on you, you got to charge that to the game and let her go.
Story for this one. I got a story for this.
Go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
I was 21. I actually told this on an earlier podcast. I was 21, first time moving in with a girl. We were living together for like a year and a half. And she didn't come home one night.
Oh, I remember this. You told the story when I was on. I remember this, yeah.
I told you guys. But that girl, she did the same thing the following night, didn't come home the second night. I packed all her stuff. She came home Sunday. Anyway, this girl ended up having a kid like a couple years after we broke up.
Wow.
With a different guy, because she moved in with the guy that she cheated on me with.
Yeah, of course.
Perhaps she moved in. So this is years after. She has a kid, and I don't know why, bro. My mom gets involved with like girls that become my girlfriends.
Yeah.
So it's years later, she finds out she has a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're talking.
Moms do that. They do that, Justin.
Do.
Yeah.
So after years, I'm like 24 at this point. I'm still young. I'm 24, and my mom wanted me back home. And I'm like, I've been living by myself for 6 years already.
Oh my God.
I decided to do it with her, but we rented a house together. So I had one level, she had another. So I still had my own space, but like we still had the whole house together.
Sure.
One day I come up into her apartment. I see my ex-girlfriend there.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Yo, what the fuck is mom doing? What are we doing?
Anyway, the girl ended up trying to weasel her way back in.
Of course she did.
Oh my fucking God. I'd have been pissed at mom, dude.
Let her know. I wasn't pissed. I let the girl think she was weaseling her way back in. I got what I wanted and cut her off.
Oh shit. Oh my God. All right. Well, at least she didn't get back in there. God damn. So mom actually tried to get your ex-girlfriend to move in with it. Your mom tried to get you guys to get back together. She said, I want you home, and then brought home the ex-girlfriend.
I don't know if that's exactly what she was doing.
Oh, it was like some undercover matchmaker type shit, man. Damn.
Sarita, has a guy ever used that line on you? I'd rather have you in my life as a friend than not at all.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Exes whose moms will still reach out to me periodically.
Yeah.
But I'm also not trying to show up to their house and move in.
Yeah, to hell with that, man.
Yeah, guys, you are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. It helps us out on our humble podcast. Ding, ding.
So another thing I've learned as I go along is like to correct behaviors that I'm not really crazy about in the beginning, or just completely cut it off. I think when I first moved back up here, I tried dating somebody, and my new line of work had me really tight. And I had checked out social media, and I had checked out her story, put the phone down, watched TV, and just passed out. I think like 10 minutes, I passed out so hard. And I think like 10 minutes later, I was getting texts and phone calls. And repeated phone calls and repeated texts. How come you're not answering me? But this is crazy. We weren't even like an item. We were just dating. We had only been on 2 actual dates. I was getting blown up, and I was getting yelled at for.
You must have dicked her down. You must have dicked her down real good.
no comment.
Yeah, dude, when I mean, listen, this is common knowledge. If you dick a girl down real good early, dude, she'll move fucking heaven and earth to see you. She doesn't even know you.
Well, I cut that one off completely. I was like, and I told her straight up, I was like, listen, this isn't gonna work. We're gonna end up arguing with each other all the time. You're gonna end up nagging me. Like,
oh my god, yes.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like, let's just. And I've known the girl for a long time, so I was like, let's just keep it how we are. Let's not ruin anything. Like,
oh boy, she didn't handle that too well, did she?
Bro, weeks later, she was still trying to. She came back and she was like, I think you're wrong about us. You should have gave me a shot.
Wow, dude, I love the "you are wrong about us" type bitches, because you can put them on your roster for 3, 4, and 5 months. I mean, dude, it's almost easy pickings, and it's the wackiest thing. The thing that I learned that worked the best is when you actually try to dump a woman, it actually makes her want you more. You could dump her and send her on her way. Her ass is blowing you up by the time you're back at your place or she's back at her place. And the reason why is that guys never break up with women. Sarita, how many times have you been dumped? Yeah, there you go. I haven't. There it is.
There you go.
Dude, men don't end relationships. Women do. So if you're a man and you actually tell a woman, hey, we need to break up, she's going to be like, what the? Wait, I'm sorry. What is this foreign, like, you have to speak English to me? Because women are just not used to getting rejected like that.
And if you do, God forbid, you have mutual friends, that's going to turn dramatic very, very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you have a tight circle, you don't have to worry about that. But you're right. Yeah. If you roll with the type of dudes who would allow that to get back to you, then that's going to happen.
So Sarita, we're all guys. I think we kind of know where we're standing, and we can get back to that. But I do want to hear Sarita's, maybe if she has another pointers on what are some men's behaviors you will not tolerate.
Yes, red flags. What will make you? Well,
what if the guy's trying to be too controlling with you? And
ooh.
Yeah, with the controlling thing, if they take it to an extreme.
Right, there's a fine line there.
There's a fine line, because I personally, I do like it when my man's like, all right, no, like, this is a plan, like decisiveness, like those skills, those are very attractive. But
yeah,
when
but that's
someone's
decision
trying to
making.
control you and like you were saying, like put you in a box, that's a big turn off for me, because then I'm like, well, now I don't want to be in this box. Why did you put a box? Like, I'm not going to be in this box. So that controlling factor,
And I've said this before while you come up or while you gather your thoughts. I've said this before, and Donovan, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong or if you disagree. But Donovan, like you said, a man should never try to own your woman.
No.
But you better believe that you better own the relationship.
yeah,
That's exactly
It is
right.
yours, and you are the leader of it.
That's
As a
exactly
man,
right.
You have to be that way.
Yeah, I think a lot of men have this, and rightfully so. They have this idea that they have to be these, alpha males and all that other kind of stuff. Dude, like you have to dispense with the labels. And it takes a long time to get this right. No 26-year-old man is going to figure out women and then just know. As a man, to become good with women, you got to get fucking used. You got to get abused. You got to get cheated on. Dude, I mean, the only way around the fire is through it. The only reason why I know women like the back of my hand is because I've been hurt by multiple times. For every one story of a big tittied blonde or a stripper I banged or some redhead I picked up at the casino, for every story of victory, guys, I've got 25 epic failures. And so what it really comes down to is what will make you good with women is not success. What makes you good with them is failure. It's not learning what to do. It's learning what not to do. Yep. We all know what to do in terms of keeping a woman around, right? Yeah. But a lot of guys have no idea what not to do. Like Sarita just pointed out, she said the decision making. Now, decision making, like I agree with Justin, that's not controlling, that's taking control. And so I think what Sarita wanted to say is women do not like controlling men, but they do like men who are in control. And I think that's the overarching point, and I think that's the main difference.
Yeah. I was talking more about men who won't let you do anything.
Yeah, like, where are you going? Like, who are you texting? You can't go to the club. What are you going to the concert for? Who's this guy? Who's that guy?
I'm talking about like some kind of like borderline abusive kind of dude, like taking your car keys. Like, no, you're not.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
That's a big no.
That's psychotic. Believe it or not, there are actually women. Again, they would not admit this out loud. Every once in a while, a woman will respond to those abusive type behaviors. Women are fucked up like that. It's crazy.
But
All right, we are at 50 minutes.
I almost think that there's women that are open to abusive situations are prone to that, and they will go to the same type of man one after the other.
Yep.
Women that are physically abused, they have a tendency to keep going after physically abusive men.
It's not a tendency, it's a habit. And you know, it's interesting. A lot of people wonder, and I wrote an article about this years ago on Return to Kings, is the reason why more women than we realize stay with Evisiba, spelled backwards, men, to keep it safe for YouTube, abusive, is because it's not because they like getting their ass kicked. It's because for better or worse, she's not bored. Let me ask you a question, Sarita. This directly applies to here. Which man is more attractive? An abuse? Which would you forgive? Which would you forgive less frequently? A man who cheats or a man who is bored or boring?
I mean, I would forgive a guy for being boring.
Wait, there was a
hold on. Say again. You said you would forgive a guy for being boring?
Yeah.
That's cap. You would never forgive a guy. The worst thing you can be in a relationship as a man is boring. Women do not forgive boredom. They just don't. That's
why can't you make it more fun?
Say again.
Like, you can make things more fun. Like, that's something that you can take into your own control versus like the man cheating.
I mean, I don't really know what to.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
okay. So
I think that when a woman, I think if a woman takes it upon herself to make her own life more fun while in the relationship with a boring man, that's inevitably going to lead to infidelity.
Yes, of course, because he is boring. Women don't like boring men, guys. They just don't. That's just all there is to it.
Adita, I got a question for you. If you weren't in a relationship, would you rather date a player or a virgin?
Oh, I already know the answer to that. You date the player. You're not dating virgins. Next question. Dude, we already knew.
No.
Because I knew what the answer was, Sarita. Dude, you're not dating a motherfucking virgin. You want to date the player. Fuck out of here. No, of course not. Look at the smile on her face. She's trying to imagine
I think of like other factors though.
Nope.
I would consider a virgin.
I can see in your eyes. You're looking at the ceiling. Is there any such thing as an attractive virgin? No, I can't do it. Nope. This is the way women are made. It's all right.
Absolutely. We are at 52 minutes. You are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button now. I do want to get to final thoughts. I do feel like this is a topic that branches out into a million different things, and we can talk about this for hours. Unfortunately, we only have 1 hour here. So let me get to Justin. Final thoughts on this.
Final thoughts. Actually, before we hit final thoughts, I wasn't done yet. I want to get to one quick thing with Donovan.
All right,
let's do it. Let's do it.
What did we touch on before? My thoughts like to.
It was behavior. So we were talking about unacceptable behavior in relationships, and then we talked about boredom versus exactly. That's where
there was one thing you specifically said, and I can't remember it exactly. I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can start with my final thought, and maybe I'll repeat myself.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. My final thought on this particular topic is, I think what a lot of men have to understand is that it should not be this way. Some of my biggest critics and detractors always like to tell me, yeah, well, if you're dealing with the wrong kind of woman, you would never have these issues. They're absolutely correct. Unfortunately, 99.9% of women in America are that wrong kind of woman. Most women reward good behavior and they punish bad behavior. It's no secret. We all know that girls who are treated like queens by their men treat their men like fans. Girls who are treated like the gum on the bottom of the shoe, though not enjoyable some of the time, they tend to reward the man with her presence and her commitment. Men have to understand that humanity is cyclical, and women and relationships are not going to change in my lifetime. We have the internet. We can have people talk about the fact that they are changing. They're not.
You don't think age and maturity has anything to do with that?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. Age and maturity has oh my God. Yes, it has everything to do with it.
A lot of the bad behavior pertains to more younger and more immature women.
No, bad behavior is indicative of women, because here's the deal. Women grow old, Justin. They never grow up. And I'll tell you this. If a woman was ever attractive, like Sarita, hopefully you get married soon, because I get the impression just by looking at you that you've been attractive your entire life. And that's not a crime. That's not your fault. I mean, I'm not saying, oh my God, this just is what it is. But what men have to understand is that, and I said this before, a lot of people seem to think that women mature mentally quicker than men. They don't. Women mature physically quicker than men, and they get access to men earlier. But women stop maturing. Like, as soon as a woman knows beyond the shadow of a doubt, oh shit, the reason this guy is talking to me is because he wants to fuck me. You know what happens in her mind? Her mental maturity, all of a sudden, it shuts down. A woman's self-actualization is sexual attractiveness. As soon as a woman learns that she is sexually attractive to other men, she now knows in her mind, oh, there's nothing I have to do to really add to this man's life. All I have to do is be here and show up, and I'm good to go. This is why there are a lot of good-looking women who are vapid. They're airheads. They can't cook. They can't clean. They have no interest in doing it because, well, they figured out at 14, 15 years old that guys want to fuck them. So they stopped mentally maturing. A lot of guys date women who are 29, 30, 31 years old. I hear stories all the time. Like, dude, like she blocked the door or she was immature. Guys, this is why this is happening. The average girl probably learns that she's sexually attractive at 15 years old. However, women start to mature again when her options start to dwindle. When she has to pay for her own drinks at the club, when guys aren't looking in her direction, now her maturity steps up, says, oh, wait a minute, guys don't want to just fuck us, but we still need male companionship. So if our looks aren't going to get us what we want anymore, now we need to learn to cook. Now we need to learn to clean. Now maybe we need to read. Now we might need to become a better conversationalist. Because the world, this country in particular, it rewards women for simply being beautiful. And I can't blame women for being beautiful and vapid. If the world is going to give you everything you need just because you're hot, why in the world would you learn to be anything else but hot? So, but what men have to understand is that women grow old. They never, ever grow up, number one. Number two, a lot of men have to get this out of your mind. Guys like to say, the only woman I'm ever going to commit to is a virgin. No hymen, no dot. Y'all, check this out. Bitches ain't virgins no more, man. There are girls over in third world countries who are like, dude, girls are losing their virginities at younger and younger ages. Should it be like this? No. But holding out for a virgin, to me, that's a cop-out. You know you're never going to find a virgin. And so that's what your requirement is. What men have to understand is that 1950 is not walking through that door. Women are the way they are, and they ain't changing for at least 3 generations. So if you don't want to be lonely sexually, you have to learn to deal with women the way they are and not the way they should be. I don't want to hear about, well, you're dealing with the wrong kind of women, and women are who the fuck they are. You can either learn to deal with them as they are, or you can continue to live in fucking fantasy land.
And if you want to learn how to deal with women, you better subscribe to our podcast, and you better subscribe to Donovan's channel too.
Yes,
because that's where I learned how to deal with women, was watching him. Come on,
Donovan,
come on, people.
Your channel?
What's that?
You want to plug your channel?
Oh yeah, just look for Donovan Sharpe. Look for Donovan Sharpe, and yeah, I've done this now for I've been on YouTube for 5 years, 159,000 subscribers. I might actually crack 160 this week, Miami J.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, who knew? For those of you who are new, who have never seen me before, I've written 12 books. I put out 4 courses. I've written over 200 articles for 2 different websites. I have fucked more women than I care to admit. I'm a 4-time convicted felon. I've been arrested 36 times. I've done dumb shit. I've done shady shit. I've done illegal shit. But The only reason I'm sitting right now and have the life that I have right now is only because I don't have any children that I know of. If you can keep from impregnating a woman, you can literally do whatever you want to do. I've made every mistake imaginable, and I have an awesome fucking life because I don't have any kids.
Sounds freaking awesome, brother. All right, Justin, final thoughts. I want Sarita to give us her last, so I'm going to you.
I remember what I was going to say before really quick. Donovan, did you think, because we were talking about dating, and I feel like, do you feel like it was maybe for younger men, maybe in their early 20s? Like, I want to talk to those men that might be watching and know that. Do you feel like you had to go through hell, like walk through hell to be able to actually find a woman that you will tolerate?
Yeah, it's a necessary evil, man. It really is. And back in the 1950s, I think that's sort of the basis for comparison. Back in the 1950s, all you had to be was responsible, respectable, and you could have a half decent looking wife who's going to be loyal and raise your kids. But that's not the way women are these days. Number one. Number two, fathers are no longer protecting their daughters. Back in the day, you used to have to ask the dad's permission to even date the girl, right? Like, I mean, if you mention that now, they'd be like, wait a minute, I got to ask dad to date the girl. I didn't ask dad to butt fuck her in the back of my Audi the other night. But that to me, that is part of the degeneracy and the failure of the modern American family is we're no longer protecting our daughters. We're no longer protecting our little girls. Now, this is good for guys like me 10 years ago, not so much for guys in their early 20s. So my advice to guys in your early 20s, please listen to what I'm telling you. I know you think you want to get married. I know you think you want a girlfriend. That's fine. Don't get married and don't have kids. But you're going to have to understand you are going to have to go through shit with women. You're going to have to fucking go through hell. Dude, I've cried over women. I've thrown up over women, dude. I've lost weight over women. I've been through it all. And people always wonder, God, Donovan, how do you have so much knowledge? It's because I have failed in every imaginable way. There is no way you can be. Stephen Curry's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. He has missed most of the shots that he has taken. That's what it takes. You have to fail over and over and over again so that you can learn to deal with it. And even then, look, I've got my black belt in women, but when you get your black belt in women, at that point, now you have a decision to make. Do you settle down and maybe have a relationship, or do you continue living the player life? That really depends on the man. But every man wants a rotation of 10 bitches until he actually gets it. The player life is great. Don't get me wrong, dude. The 10 years I lived in Las Vegas they were a magic fucking carpet ride, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. But my life is 10 times better than it ever was when I had, 4 or 5 bitches at my beck and call. I could get into any strip club. I could get the best blow. My life is so much better now because now I don't have to worry about, what's the bitch's name? Or do I have an STD? Or is she pregnant? Is she lying about being pregnant? Am I going to get laid tonight? Is she still fucking here? What's the nicest way to kick her the fuck out of my place? Is she going to accuse me of something? The player life is wonderful. And I think that every man should experience it. But let's not get it twisted. Men and women are better together. There's no doubt about it. Have your fun with women. Just understand they are going to hurt you. They're going to hurt you bad. Women are not bad, gentlemen. The women aren't evil creatures. They just are. You have to deal with them the way they are. Men or women, we're not inherently good or evil. We are put here to survive. Unfortunately, women's survival mechanisms have been bastardized by feminism. It's not your responsibility to fix a woman. If you are dealing with a broken woman, you fuck her for a little while and then you pass her to the homies. Don't commit to these women out here. And I'll end it on this. Guys always say, when should I start thinking about a long-term relationship with a woman? This is going to be hard to hear, but it's 100% right. Until you are at least 35 years old and you have fucked at least 35 women, a relationship of any sort, of any consequence, it's not for you, player. You need to fuck 35 girls and you need to be at least 35 years old. That's when you need to start thinking about a relationship. Until then, 22-year-olds, guys, work your ass off, stack your money. Dude, build a what's that?
Build your value.
Dude, build your value. Dude, in your 20s, you have the energy to work 16, 17 hours a day. You can go to the gym for 2-3 hours a day. Take advantage of your youth so that you can have fun in your 30s and 40s. I know, and don't get me wrong, dude, guys, girls are, they appear to be mystifying. Girls are not mystifying. Girls are not mysterious. Girls are as simple as a cardboard box. But that doesn't mean that you need to live a life that revolves around them. Girls are very simple creatures, but they're always going to be around. There are new girls turning 18 years old every single day. And if you are a man who's thinking about having a wife and you are, I don't know, 15 years old and you found this community, your wife hasn't been born yet.
All right. Justin, was that your final thoughts time?
No, that wasn't my final thought. I just wanted to go back and pick Donovan's brain for a second.
Justin makes me think, man. You're one of the very few people that make me think.
I would love to sit down and talk with you more. I have so many questions for you, but I guess
God.
We'll do a different day.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
But my final thoughts on the situation are basically, like Donovan is saying, you're gonna have to get to a certain age and experience things out there, and it's because I've experienced enough things where I even feel comfortable enough, and I'm still very much new into this world, but I feel like I do have enough experience in my own right to be talking on the subject, because I'm not out here trying to be a coach. I'm talking about my experiences. But don't put up with anything. You're gonna have to learn as a younger man. You're gonna have to learn what you will and will not tolerate.
Right.
So when you get to a certain age, you'll realize what you won't tolerate. And I think when you do get to an age where you realize what that is, you need to shut down the intolerable behaviors from the beginning.
Yes.
In order for things to work. And if it can't be shut down from the beginning, it won't ever be shut down. And the relationship is basically failed to be doomed.
Doomed to fail. Let me quickly add to what Justin said. You can, how can I put this? You can't proactively shut down a behavior. So let's say that so guys ask, so let's answer the last question. What behaviors are tolerable? Which behaviors are intolerable? Guys, use your instincts. If your girl is engaging in an activity that gives you that pang in your stomach, that's not jealousy. That's not insecurity. Those are your instincts telling you that she is putting, what's that?
Always trust your gut,
dude. Always trust your instincts, man. Always trust your instincts, because when you feel that pang in your stomach, when your girlfriend tells you that she's going to Panama City for spring break, you can't forbid her from going to spring break at Panama City. But what you can do is end the relationship right then and there. You wish her goodbye. Hey, look, love you to death. We had a great time. It's not going to work out. It's going to take a long motherfucking time to be able to build up the resolve to be able to actually leave. To be able to actually leave a woman. But when it comes down to, gentlemen, use your instincts. If it doesn't feel right, if you get that pang in your stomach, you got to end that relationship. I don't care. And it's easier said than done. Trust me, especially when she's attractive. But believe me, ending that relationship before it can turn your life upside down, it's going to hurt at first, and it's going to hurt for a while. But I promise you, you will come out on the other side.
I agree.
Agreed. Sarita, the floor is yours.
Thanks. Okay. I think that at the end of the day, you have to know what you will stand for individually and where your values and your ethics and your morals lie. And then if you're living up to the standards that you're putting out to another person. And I feel like that can go across whether it's a heterosexual relationship or homosexual or anything in between. Just having those set standards, and then why you have those set standards. Because you can just say like, oh, well, I want the guy I'm dating to be this type of way, but why? Why do you want that? And then moving forward with that.
Boundaries.
That's a very good point. And I'll add to what she said. The reason why I have my requirements, it's very easy. I'm not going to deal with a woman who puts my relationship at risk. I'm just not. A woman traveling alone is putting my relationship at risk. A woman who goes to Vegas without her boyfriend, risky behavior. Going to bars or clubs, risky behaviors. Going to concert, risky behavior. All of these things. And the reason I know this is because I've been the guy in Las Vegas who fucked the wife who was in town for a conference. I've been cheated on and I've been cheated with. And I'll tell you this, you learn a lot more about girls when you're the one she cheats with. So do not tolerate behaviors that put your relationship at risk. Ladies, this goes for you too. Because girls always wonder, why do the assholes always treat me like shit? It's because you let them. You let them. If you reward good behavior, then good men will find you. If you reward bad behavior, the assholes are going to find you. This is, dude. And I treated girls in Vegas like absolute dog shit. They couldn't get enough of it. So that's what I had to do.
All right. Thank you for that. And I will say, you just said don't accept behaviors that are putting your relationship at risk. Just to bring it back full circle, you own your relationship.
That's right. That's right.
My final thought is
a direct. Listen, your woman is a direct reflection of you.
Exactly.
If your woman is on Instagram with booty pics, if your woman is at the club every other weekend, just like Kanye said, Instagram got your girl. When the world has more of an influence on your girl than you do, she doesn't belong. She's not your girl anymore. Yeah.
My final thought is you gotta establish what the boundaries are very, very early.
Yep.
And you gotta adhere to them. The first time you let the boundaries go, that's when they break, and that's when it's over.
Can I plug my book?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
Of course.
So my book is, hang on one second. I just released this book.
Do you have one there with you?
I'm actually going to present it on the screen. Share my screen.
Is it
We get a free copy, right?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
I'll send it to you.
I will double pay because I want to oversupport.
No, don't sweat it. So this is my newest ebook. It's called How to Train Your Woman. That's right, gentlemen. How to train your woman. Women no longer come ready-made for relationships, guys. They need to be trained. They need to be coached. OMG, Donovan, your woman is not your pet. OMG, assholes. Pets are not the only things that need to be trained. Women are happy to be trained by their workplaces. They're happy to be trained by their bosses. They're happy to be trained by their company. They go to work on time. They show up on time. They follow the dress code. And these are for companies that could not give less of a shit about her. Gentlemen, do not let people shame you. Do not let people shame you into abandoning your mentality in terms of having to train your woman. It is abso-fucking-lutely necessary. And if you don't believe me, don't buy the book. Pardon me. Don't buy the book. Go out there and keep dealing with women the way you're dealing with them, and let me know how that turns out.
And if you don't think he knows what he's talking about, Donovan, I don't know if you want to or if you can. Who's that on the cover?
Oh, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, that's
Easy enough. If
yep,
you
this
don't
is
know
that's the lovely that is the lovely and talented Devin. And that's the way it is. And again, guys, I don't mean to make this derogatory, but sometimes you have to use the kind of language that gets people's attention. You have to train bad behaviors out of women. Because here's the thing. Bad behaviors and women are ingrained. They're indoctrinated with this crazy idea that going to the club without your boyfriend is healthy and it's fulfilling. They're brought up with this. They're brought up with the idea that sleeping with a bunch of men is sexually empowering. All that other kind of stuff. No, none of that stuff is good for them long term, and it's not good for your relationship. No, you're never going to find the perfect virginal woman. However, the first book that I had is How to Properly Vet Women. If you then choose a candidate, you buy the book, How to Train Your Woman. It's only $13. I guarantee you that the both of you, either one or both of you, will be happy. Most women you attempt to train like this, they're not going to fit the bill. That's just how this is. But think of this as a filter from really filtering out women who don't really want to be in a relationship with you. They're just using you to pass the time until they find the next shiny dick to hop on.
Donovan, where can people pick this up?
howtorelationship.net.
There you go.
That's it.
I'll put that up all under the description after. With
Yes, sir.
that, we are going to close this out. I want to thank Sarita, as always, for joining us. We look forward to having her back.
Sorry.
I want to thank you too, Donovan. As always.
My name's not Sarita. I was like, oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah, no, that wasn't for you. I want to thank you both for coming on. This was a great discussion, I think. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast.
All right.
And guys, do me a favor, stay in the studio for just a second.
Okay.
If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit it right now. Right now. Right now.